Hello and welcome back to Broadside Gaming with me, Zug, and today's video on Darktide is, well, it's kind of a final salute to the builds that have served us so well. I was going to say so well for the last year. They've done all right. You know, they've gotten us through. I thought I'd go through my favourite build for each class that we've been using in anticipation of this week's big old class overhaul. So yeah, let's have a quick look at what we've been using for the past year, and let's hope we never have to go back to how it is, because get excited for those three different roads for each class. It's got to be better than this. So let's have a look, shall we? On the Psyker, I tended to gravitate towards the Rifthaven staff because I like setting stuff on fire. And I generally went with Essence Harvest for replenishing toughness, Warp Unleashed increases your damage, Psychic Communion whenever you and an ally in currency kills, you have a chance to gain a warp charge, always good. Kinetic Shield reduces toughness damage taken, Wildfire, all about the burning, and of course Ascendance Blaze. This is a pretty standard cookie cutter Rifthaven build, but it's done me well. It's taken me through all Damnation and into the Uric level stuff as well. So, fiery build, we salute you. But we may be losing the old builds, folks, but we are not losing our equipment. There is no reset or rollback, so all this nice stuff we have, we are keeping. So, yeah, if you have nice things, don't get rid of them. Keep hold of them. I've seen on the forums a lot of people saying, oh, should I trash my stuff for gold? And like, no, then why would you even think that? No, don't do that. Like, if you want to prepare, then maybe, you know, save up a load of stuff. But stuff wise, yeah, don't get rid of anything. Not a good idea, folks. Right, well, that's generally what I played on the Psyker. One last hurrah. Let's go have a look at the next operative. The Ogryn, the big trusty slab of meat, the bulwark against darkness. So, I think the Ogryn was one of the least played classes I had, but I did enjoy playing it, especially when they did the stubber fix. And as you probably tell, this is more a year in review even. It's a last hurrah to the old builds, tiny year in review. So generally, I would use one of the newer stubbers. As you can see, didn't manage to find a tier 4 blaze away, to much sadness, but they were fun. Good old brute brainer with thrust. And the old talents I used, well, linchpin, heavyweight, towering presence, hard as nails, knock them down, beat them up, and unstoppable. So again, very much a cookie cutter build for the Ogryn, where there weren't a huge amount of ways you could build these characters at the moment. Hopefully that will change on Wednesday. And this is also for my records, really, so I can look back and go, oh yeah, that's what I was using when I'm actually trying to figure out the new builds. So this is a multifaceted video, really. It's also nice to look back and think, oh no, I did actually enjoy playing with that. It was a fun way to play. Yeah, I did enjoy the Ogryn. Didn't play as much as I should have done. Oh god, I've not improved his trinkets. I should do that at some point. Nobody look at them. Don't you look at the curios. Avert thine eyes. So with the sharpshooter, sadly the sharpshooter wasn't what I thought it was going to end up being. I was kind of hoping for more of a sniping class. I suppose you can do that with the Hellbore or the Cantrell Lasgun, but I always felt hamstringed with them. just at the pace the game is usually played, unless you're playing with a group of friends, you don't really get that kind of cold-eyed marksman kind of vibe from it, being able to sit at the back and pick stuff off. This is what I ended up with. The Lost Mark III Shredder Auto Pistol. And yeah, it's ridiculous. If anyone's played with it, you know how silly this thing is. With pinning fire, and I've got Inspiring Barrage on just for a bit of extra toughness, but you could always go with Blaze Away and pinning fire. That's the DPS build of it. That's the kind of safety build for it. I prefer the safety one. And the Minotaur Mark III Power Sword. Obviously, Rat's not great on it, but, you know, is what it is. Talent-wise, confirmed kills. Demolition Stockpile, because I didn't want to have to fight with people for grenades. Bioptic Targeting. Unwavering Focus. One after another. And Counterfire. I enjoyed this build. I played this a lot. It's dragged my sorry behind through most of Damnation. Also, I think he deserves a slightly stupider outfit. Onwards to the future. Put on your most dapper hats, folks. Right, and that only leaves us one left. The Zealot. So I think the Zealot was my most played character out of everyone. It's the one I started with. And I really, really love the Zealot. It's great. It's very, very Vermintide too. I mean, I still don't think they've got the Thunder Hammers where they need to be. Hopefully, at some point, they will. And also, I will never forgive them for what they did to my Bernie boy. The Purgation Flamer. But it is usable, just nowhere near as good as it was 6 months ago. But it was ridiculous. As for talents, we've got Purity and Blood, Punishment, Benediction, Holy Revenant, Rising Conviction, and Purge the Wicked. Goodbye, old talents. You've served us well. But I hope, like all of you, the update's going to be really good for the game and breathe some much needed life into it. And I know that they've basically said this is how the game should have launched, as these talent trees they're bringing in now were planned for the release version. But they cocked that up, and now they're coming a year later. So, slightly irritated by that, but still. Do we think they should have held off the game for a year? Possibly. Who knows? If they did, maybe they wouldn't have put in some of the changes they've already put in when we turned around and basically said, that's rubbish, that's rubbish, that's rubbish. What are you doing? Who knows? It does feel very much like we've been in a very expensive beta for the last year. That's not what this is about. It's not about griping. It's about looking forward and looking hopeful. So I hope to see all of you in the upcoming weeks in the new patch. I really do. And this video is not really a guide. It's just there to say goodbye, old friends, to our old talent trees. We're welcoming in the new. So I hope you are all as excited as I am for Wednesday. And if not, why not? So until then, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy, and I'll see you later.